Chapter 6, Lesson 6. This time we're going to be working on the distributive property, and this is an important property that you're going to use a lot in this math class and in your future math classes. Let's take care of the definitions. There are two. Write down distributive property, multiplying or dividing by a number outside of the group. And the second one is factor the expression when numeric or algebraic expressions are written as a product of their factors. It's basically the reverse of the distributive property. We will practice these. Once again, turn to your book. I'm on page 484. Mine looks a little differently. We're going to use the distributive property to solve these. I know they're easy. I want to show you how it works. So the number outside the parentheses tells you how many times to do the parentheses. So you need 4 plus 1 twice. So that gives me 5 here, 5 here. That equals 10. 8 plus 4, 7 times. I will write it 7 times. You do not have to. It's kind of annoying. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 plus 4 is 12. Each one's going to be 12. If I have 7 groups of 12, that would equal 84. Now, if we use the order of operations, this becomes 7 times 12, which is 84. Let's start using the distributive property. When you use the distributive property, you multiply each term by the number outside the parentheses. So 9 times 3 is 27. Copy the operation. 9 times 9 is 81. Add those together and you get 108. Order of operations says 9 times 12, and that's also 108. But once again, we're practicing distributive. 5 times 3 is 15. Plus 5 times 5 is 25. Add those together, you get 40. If we do the parentheses first, that also gives us 40. 2 times 24 plus 6. 2 times 24 is 48. Copy the operation. 2 times 6 is 12. That equals 60. 2 times 30 is 60. Three times 16, 48, plus 3 times 5 is 15, 63. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 7, 28, 60. And the last one on that page, 6 times 22 is 132, plus 6 times 9 is 54. Add that together and I get 186. 6 times 31, 186. Okay, so that's the basics of the distributive property. Now we're going to use some algebraic expressions with the distributive property. So this says x plus 3 8 times. I'm going to draw the first one. X plus 3, I need to draw 8 of them. Halfway there. 2 more. Okay. Count up all your x's. Get 8 x's. If you count all your 3's, that equals 24. So 8x plus 3 is 24. That's the picture for it. Easier way to do it, using the distributive property, 8 times x is 8x. X is a variable, we don't know what it is, so you just write 8x. Copy the operation plus 24, because 8 times 3 is 24. Five times 9 plus 5x. 5 times 9 is 45. Copy the operations plus 5x's. I write it like that. 45 plus 5x. We can't solve it. We don't know what x is. Pause the video. Do 4 times x plus 2. You should get 4x plus 8. For the last one, you have 9 times x plus 4 1/3. 9x plus 9 times 4 1/3. 9 times 13 thirds. Cross reduce. 1, 3, 3 times 13 is 39. So you would get on this one 9x plus 39. For factoring the expressions, you're doing the reverse. So I want you to write 9 plus 21. The biggest factor, the greatest common factor for 9 and 21 is 3. So I'm going to divide both of those by 3. Put the 3 outside the parentheses. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Copy the operation plus 7. Prove it. 9 plus 21 is 30. 3 times 10 is 30. One more of these. 14 plus 28. 14 goes into 28, so 14 is the greatest common factor. 14 goes outside the parentheses, writing a distributive property expression. 14 divided by 14 is 1, plus 2 is the same thing. 14 plus 28 is 42. 14 times 3 is 42. That is called factoring the expression. That's not your bell. Sorry about that. That's called factoring the expression. We will continue practicing this in class. That is lesson 6. One more to go after this.